Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome or welcome back. I am getting ready for quarter two of Historaton, which takes place between 500 and 1500 in the Common Era. I do have a bunch of audiobooks that I plan to get through, but I also have a few, and these are piles of possibilities, so it does not mean we have to read all of them. It's just the ones that we are hoping to get to. So the first one is Destiny Disrupted, A History of the World Through Islamic Eyes. And this takes place after or from the time of Muhammad to the fall of the Ottoman Empire. So it does go beyond what the second quarter entails, but it starts in within the second quarter. So that way, if I don't finish it, I can continue on. But I have been wanting to read this for a while, so this is my opportunity to get through that this year. And that's by Tamim and Zari. The next one, I actually was grabbing my books and realized that I have two of these. So if anyone wants a copy, the first one to request a copy in my comments, I will get your information and I'll send it to you because I did not need two copies. It is The Darkening Age, The Christian Destruction of the Classical World. And so this will also, it kind of takes place in the beginning or within the first quarter, but it also goes on. So I didn't get to it at all this quarter, for the first quarter. So I'm hoping to get through it for the next one. So I have two copies of it. I'm planning to keep this copy. So if anyone does want this one, let me know. And like I said, the first one who requests, I will go ahead and send it to them. So maybe we can do a buddy read or something. And that's by Catherine Nixie. And then the next one is Marco Polo, The Journey That Changed the World by John Mann. And then I do have The Crusades Through Islamic Eyes book somewhere, but I couldn't find it for this video. But I do plan to read that for the Crusade era. And then I also have a list of the audiobooks and stuff that I wanted to try to get through. And once again, these are piles of possibilities. But there's one Leonardo da Vinci biography that I want to read. I want to read about the Renaissance or the beginning of the Renaissance, as well as the Reformation. Those kind of will take place, especially with Luther's Reformation for Lutheranism, Protestantism. He nailed the 95 Theses in 1517, but that's like the culmination and the start. Like there's stuff that I'm hoping to find that will kind of lead up to that. And obviously, if I don't get to it, I am completely fine because I'll just read all the Reformation stuff in quarter three. But there's also 1491 that I want to read, Native Nations, Saladin, and that's for the Crusades. The Queens of the Crusades, a book 1453. A bunch of numbers in this one. Conquerors, the Dark Queens, and then also and I guess I don't know if I put all these correctly on here, but there's the Powerful Women of the Medieval World, the Vikings and Their Enemies, and then there's also great courses, ones that are like basically multiple courses on a topic. So there was one for Black Death and one for the history of Christianity in the Reformation era. And like I said, that will probably wait until I do it for the next quarter. And there's Queens at War, and the Great Mortality, Uh, and then for like the side quests, since you're getting like the 30 Years War and the War of the Roses and all this stuff going on, there was a trilogy, and then so it's like a 5-book series, but it's a trilogy and then 2 remaining books. I had read the first time when while Christ and his saints slept, and so I want to at least finish with that trilogy. It is about Henry II and Eleanor of Aquitaine, and then that leads into one of their children is Richard I, who becomes King of England, and is Richard the Lionheart, who fights in the Crusades and stuff. And so I want to read those while I'm reading the Arab side of the Crusades with Saladin, and then the other the Crusades through Arab eyes that I want to read. And then you just have the different houses that start going up once you get into developing the Europe and all of those great houses. But those will wait, and I just kind of put them on my list. So anyway, those are the ones that I want to read, or my pile of possibilities, as we call them, for quarter 2 of Historaton. If you've read any, or you have any specifically about the Crusades and stuff that you would recommend, please let me know. And if you do want that copy of The Darkening Age, please let me know so I can get in contact with you and I will send it to you. Anyway, thank you, and as always, happy reading.